everyone, welcome back to the Tea on College. We'll be discussing the good, the bad, and the interesting on your college experience. Today we are joined by Noel Bermudez from University of California, Riverside.
Welcome. Welcome to the show.
So, what major are you?
I'm a psych major.
Psych major? Why'd you choose a psych major?
I chose a psych major because I took AP Psych in senior year and it really interested me. I really liked it.
What do you plan on doing with that?
I'm going to as a clinical therapist, or I want to work with kids with learning disabilities or autism.
That's awesome. Okay.
I need more people who do that too.
Exactly. And so, what were you involved in at school?
The honor psych program.
Okay, so now dorm life. What type of dorm did you live in?
I lived in I think it was one of the newer dorms, not the newest, but it was like the newer ones. And then we had different like LLCs, so like living learning communities. Yeah. And mine, I did the Mundo, so I was just there's all Hispanics on the second and third floor. And it was like you walk in, there's like a door, so you go through the door, and that hall has 4 rooms, either with 3 or 2 people. And then you basically share like that entire hall, you share like the bathrooms and the showers, and then you have like a little suite lounge.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
How many roommates did you live with?
2.
2, so it was 3 people to a room.
Yes.
How big was the room?
Not big at all. It was not big at all. So it was you walk in and then it was desk, closets, and then we had bunk beds. So there's 2 bunk beds, and then underneath one of the bunk beds was a desk.
Wow.
So, and then because of the ladders, there was like no walking space. So
Oh, it wasn't vertical, it was slanted.
it was slanted, and when you have both of the ladders like this, you can't really walk through. And I was on the bottom bunk.
Would you prefer top or bottom, like looking back?
I preferred bottom because I like that I can like I put my phone on like the mini fridge that we had, and like I don't know, it was just easier.
Yeah.
I think I'd prefer bottom too.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like it was easier. I feel like I didn't have to climb to my bed, you know?
Okay, then do you guys have like the irrational fear of
Falling?
like an earthquake? Yeah.
Like the whole bunk.
When I'm on the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like every time the person on top moves,
Mhm.
it like creaks, and
Yeah,
then you get really
You're
scared.
like,
Yeah.
is this it?
Did the person on
Like a
top move
stepbrother.
at all? Or was she like a heavy sleeper, moved a lot, or
Well, beginning of the year is when she slept with us the most, and then she stopped sleeping with us in the room after that. But she was a heavy sleeper, but she moved a lot, and so it was a little scary.
that is.
And then it gets like stuffy because there's like 3 people in that room. And then our AC broke, and we're in Riverside, so our AC broke.
Like, wow.
Yeah,
You're inland.
yeah. So the AC broke the first couple months of school.
What?
Holy, wow.
Because what's it called? So I'm over like in LA by like the beach and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember there were times it would be like 80 or something, but we're by the beach. And so I'm thinking like where we live is kind of more inland. I'm going, holy crap! Like I can't imagine, 90 there. It must be hot.
Hundreds, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
At night too. And then
So how did you deal with that with roommates? You can't really leave. Did you have a car at that time?
no,
No,
I didn't
okay.
have a car.
So you just stayed in the dorm? Did you go to another building?
I
Was that hot?
we were the first room of the whole hall.
Mm-hmm.
So like we can just walk out, and like we had like couches and stuff. So
Okay.
I would either be there, or we didn't really go upstairs much because like the guys are up there and they had like a bad history.
They smell bad.
I had to. And then and so I would either be there, and then well the first two how many quarters? 3. So the first 2 quarters were online.
Mm-hmm.
So we were either stuck either in the dorm, or if the library was open, we'd go there. But
So
it was a walk.
3 people in a room all doing Zoom classes.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's insane.
Was the library open at all? Like,
yeah.
The beginning it was. I don't remember it being. I know the hours changed and stuff because of COVID. I mean,
No, yeah, no.
But
That's
man.
insane.
People like 3 people doing.
and it was
I'm barely okay doing one roommate. I couldn't imagine 2.
and it was hard because we weren't like that close to campus. We weren't like a 5-minute walk. We were like 10, 15.
Is the campus pretty spread out?
Once you hit the campus, yeah, a bit. You gotta walk a bit to get to like where you want to go. But from the dorm to actual campus, it felt like a walk.
Oh, okay.
Especially at night when you're like tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had like a lot of like rolling hills type
Oh,
thing. Oh,
no. That's like a workout in and
yeah.
of itself. You don't need a gym there. Oh my God. So what would have, after living with three roommates or three people in a room, what advice would you give to someone with a roommate?
With one or two roommates.
Just either three roommates, cause that or two roommates, cause that's what you had.
Just I guess roommates in general.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like a hot take, but not to live with your best friend.
That's not a hot take.
Don't do that.
No,
It's
I
not good.
I agree. We like talked
We talked about it. We were like,
If
I
you
love
do,
Sierra and I
yeah.
love you, but I'm not gonna live with you
But like
guys.
if you did, I mean, it would be helpful if it was like, you had your own room. Like I was stuck with my best friend in one room. Like that was our room.
sister.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't do that. And then I don't know. That was like my top one all throughout the year.
How did you save space in a dorm that small? That's like not a question that we're asking, but like kind of.
That's true.
Like, wait, what do
Is
you mean?
that like what did you do to like compact everything, save space? Because that's a really small space to live in.
Well, I packed light. I'm not like big on like little like trinkets and like little
Mhm.
toys and stuff. My other roommate was. She
Oh.
was really big on that. She had like a bunch of like little toys and at one point like she like what we had was like her towel rack, my towel rack on my side because we had like drawers too.
Mhm.
And then my friend's towel rack was on the door because she had like no space because she was basically living under her bed. And so my other roommate, we had a couple problems with just because she had so much stuff. And like, she like decorated with vines on her top bunk and it felt crowded. And in a room like that, you like tried not to, use
Be
all the wall
yeah.
space. I had I like everything to be organized
Mhm.
and everything needs to look neat and clean.
Mhm.
So in terms of taking stuff, I think I just had like my lamp. I had my cups, like one poster that was like this big,
Mhm.
and then
Was
like
it Harry Styles?
no, it was Bad Bunny.
Oh, nice.
And then I didn't like pack heavy. I left most of the stuff at
Yeah.
home.
Okay, that's good.
Good.
So
And
did
you
you
live
have
close too,
Yeah,
so it's easier.
so
did you have a messier roommate? How was that?
so one of them was a neat freak, like germaphobe, which was hard
Me.
but it's hard when you have no living space,
That's
like,
true.
because she was like complaining about the carpet, but it's like there's literally nothing we can do about the carpet. You know, she was complaining about like how the fans, because we had like two vents, and they
Mhm.
would basically just kind of like point at the top bunk, which sucked for me that I was on the bottom.
You're not getting anything.
Yeah, and so she was like complaining about that. There might be dust, but I was like, okay, like with what we have, like we got, you gotta work with it.
Yeah.
So she was a neat freak, which was fine because sometimes like we would both go into like these cleaning like days where just everything we just wanted to clean and like, to
Mhm.
move stuff around. So that was good. My other one was not. She liked to eat in the dorm, but when you don't have a lot of space, it would
Did
like
she
smell like pizza rolls for like 2 days or
ew,
a day.
she wouldn't throw it away or anything? It would stay in the
Well, she would eat inside, and like when you have like ramen or something like that, like
Yeah.
it like smells everything.
Yeah.
It would be like that.
Especially when it's stuffy too.
Hmm
Just kind of circulates
The
stuff.
popcorn being
Oh.
there. I tried to eat outside if we did bring food. It would always be like
Oh.
outside in the sweet lounge, but she liked it inside. So she was
That's
a
when
little
you're still in
messy.
the sweet lounge. Like if that was me, I'd wanna, I don't know.
I don't want to
Not
be away from my bed.
Yeah,
like,
leave my
Yeah.
bed as a sleeping space.
yeah.
So yeah, sounds hard. So there was like two complete opposites,
Wow,
and
that's
they didn't get
insane.
along very well either.
Ooh. And you're just the medium, like
Yeah,
you
pretty
know.
much.
It's funny. So
Just
what
like a referee.
like no, you can't do that. You
No.
can't do that. Like we're gonna come together.
Yeah.
It's funny. So now bathrooms. What was your experience with the bathroom? Was it relatively clean? Was it relatively messy? How did you deal with it?
We had a lady that came, I think like every week, and she cleaned. And there were two bathrooms for one, two, 4 or 5 like rooms.
Hmm.
So we had, I mean, there was like a bathroom. It sucked when both bathrooms were filled though.
Hmm.
because then it's like if you need to pee and 2 bathrooms are filled, like where like you're
It
not.
was like 2 sinks, 2 toilets, 2 showers type of thing.
Yeah, in the whole hall. So like if it was being
Ooh.
used, I mean you're kind of screwed. You gotta wait.
Wait, sorry, how many people like lived?
In the whole hall.
Yeah.
So there's 3 of us. See if I can remember. 3 of us. The next room over, it was 3 of them, so 6. Next room was 2, 6, and 8, 9, 10. So 10 the whole hall.
Okay.
10 people.
10 for 2 bathrooms.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess we had around 40 people in our hall, and there were 3 stalls.
Like 3 toilets?
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Man.
And it was like a puke green color. I say this every single podcast,
you
but
do.
this is real. Our bathroom color was green, and it was like an ugly green. What color was your bathroom? I'm just curious.
I think it was like either white or like light blue,
Nice.
but not puke green. It's gross.
It was disgusting, especially when you saw people puking and it was similar color.
And then our showers are separate though.
Oh, okay.
And then just like the other room next to it was like a shower.
Okay.
One of them did not do hot water, and you had like a bench or like to put all your crap, and then sorry, stuff. And then you would like have to walk 5 feet to the shower. So like if your towel was on the other side of the shower, you'd have to like get out and walk and stuff. Yeah, and it was like I forgot something, and you
You're
just
like,
really have to reach.
Don't or
You'll see a show unpaid
And then
with
the
a
other
dollar under the
one,
bathroom.
the other one I loved because everything was so close, and they had hot water. For some reason, ours mid-year stopped getting hot water.
That's really fun for you.
so
That's
weird.
really bad.
And then there was like always hair because I mean you're living with a bunch of
Yeah.
girls, and no
Was
one's
it on the
their
wall
hair.
too?
No, it would just be on the floor,
Okay.
and it would like clog the drain. It was
Ooh.
annoying. It flooded at one point. Yeah, and we're right there. Like the minute you walk out of like our room, it's like the shower, like right there, and then the next one is the bathroom and stuff. Because we were like the first.
I guess it's kind of nice, like if you have an emergency pee,
Yeah, it's
you
just like
just get out loud.
yeah, so it was helpful for that.
So now, like for the first like semester or not semester, you had quarters. So for the first 2 quarters, did you notice at all that you got sick a lot during?
Did you get sick?
Did you
I
get
get
sick a lot?
sick a lot in
In
general.
general, yeah.
Um,
She was sick for like a month
you
straight in the
notice
month of June.
2 months
2 months before
pre-COVID,
COVID. Pre-COVID.
Like
right after
2020?
winter formal.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was kind of my fault because I pressured a guy to join us for winter formal, and he I didn't know this, but he was actually sick, and I thought he was messing with us.
no, I got very
He
sick.
got really sick.
I get sick a lot, and it was weird because there's 3 quarters, right? There's fall, spring, no, fall, winter, spring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got sick every quarter,
Wow.
Oh gosh.
and it would be a cold every quarter.
So how did you keep up with schoolwork with that? Like,
The first 2 were easy because it was online, the first 2
Mhm.
quarters. So, I mean, just do it
Yeah.
online. The second, or I mean, the third, um, no, I just sucked it up, went to class.
Nice. Well,
Like a warrior. Like a chief.
yeah. Just like powering through.
I sounded nasty, but I mean, I got through it.
Well, I like how it's. I mean, I guess I don't like, but I thought it was funny when like you were in class and stuff, and like I remember there's like sick season where everyone gets super stuffy and super
Mhm.
super coffee and stuff and
Mhm.
sick. And I remember I was in my philosophy class. Everyone was wearing masks. We were trying to like do a final exam thing, and you just hear. Like
Yeah.
for like an hour and a half every single class, and everyone. I remember the girl in front of me. I think we were both, like the cough.
Yeah.
You can't keep it down. She was trying to cough, but you know when you suppress it,
Mhm.
so it's like.
Yeah.
But it keeps coming up, and then it just crescendos, and eventually you just go.
Yeah. It was bad.
I don't know why.
Every quarter
That's really
never
good, though.
fails. I always got sick.
Well, let's hope next year you don't have that.
No, maybe you're strong now.
Yeah, maybe you're like beating every
You
cold.
know what? But I never got COVID. I can say that.
That's
I'm like
rip
Julie
for
and
me.
Rachel.
Always got sick.
Did you
Never
get
got COVID.
I got COVID. Some dumb kid. Anyways,
Story for another time. We won't put it on here.
no, yeah. Anyways, so what was the food like at UCR? Did you have any? You mentioned bars that you had on campus.
We had one. I was like on campus, and I tried not to go to that one because it was too far on campus. There was another one that was like a little bit of walk and across the street, but like the main food was like the dining hall, and we were like very close to it, and it was really big because I think it was like all new. And they had a lot of good food.
Awesome. So what was your meal plan like? Was it a set, like you can spend dollar for dollar the way you pay in, or do you have meal swipes? Like how
We
did that work?
had meal swipes, and then there were two. So there was like the unlimited was obviously you have like unlimited meal swipes, and then the one with the limit you had two meal swipes a day, and the meal swipes worked. They only worked for a dining hall, and so yeah, I mean, just go and you scan your hand, and then you just walk right in.
Just scan your hand. What do you mean?
You put your hand through like the little sensor, and then it recognizes you, and you walk right in.
That's cool.
Like finger, like handprint and stuff.
No, you just like there's a little sensor and it looks like this. And you just put your hand through. It like recognizes it and then you walk right
So
in.
it knows it's you.
Whoa.
Yeah, you just. I felt like a boss every time I
I've
did that.
never heard of any.
I never heard of that.
That is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Like a fingerprint.
I haven't heard. I'm not on a college campus though. Like that.
Kind of.
Like,
But
but
at school, so.
yeah, I guess. But that's cool. Oh my god.
Do you have any like favorite food or something? Because public schools, like especially the UC system, is known for having really good food.
Yeah. So breakfast wise, I sometimes was not up in time for breakfast.
Who was tagging me?
Yeah.
That.
Lunch and dinner, it was. I love nachos.
Cool. Hell yeah.
So I like when they had the nacho bar. I liked they had like these meatball like slider things. They would have it was different. So in the bottom, like the downstairs, it was like a salad bar type with like fruit and it's like sandwiches. And then in the center, it was like they try to make it like Mexican food, but
But it didn't
as a
live up
real
to what your mom
Mexican,
could make.
it was not it. When I was
More
like
like
asking for
fast food,
tacos,
I swear.
yeah, when I was asking for tacos, it was not it. So
You're like, these really aren't tacos, but I'll take tacos.
thanks. But I'd go upstairs and then it was like it'd be like Asian food on one side and then the other side it would be barbecue and then like pizza. The pizza wasn't good. The barbecue was good
It
sometimes.
was. So where would
The
you eat
pulled
mostly?
pork.
Pulled pork?
Yeah. Oh, and they had French fries every day.
Nice. Were they
I
good?
love French fries. Yes.
I don't know what it is. Schools, that's the one thing they got down is the French fries.
Yeah.
Everything else, no. But French fries,
But what is that? Like, why is that? That makes no sense.
it's kind of you just cut potatoes.
That
and
is
fry
true.
it,
And then
right?
put a little salt.
We had curly fries sometimes.
Oh,
Regular fries. Yeah. We always had French fries.
Awesome.
God, I'm craving French fries.
No, for real. Oh my god, that sounds really good. So where did you eat mostly? Like, was there like a go-to? Like, this is where I'm going to eat, or
It was always a dining hall because the other food options were on campus, and I mean to like walk all the way over there to eat and
yeah.
have to walk all the way back. They had Panda,
Ooh.
Habit, Subway, Panda, Habit, Subway.
Could you use money that you like?
Yeah,
meal-
so then with the meal swipes, you had like, what the hell were they called? I mean, you had money that went with it,
Okay.
but the
Yeah, we had
limit
like Bulldog
depended.
Bucks. So
Yeah, I forgot
it's
what
like
ours was called.
okay, cool, cool,
The
cool.
unlimited, you were given not a lot, but not a little bit. I forgot. Isn't
Isn't
it
it
like
like
30, something
yeah?
like that?
Isn't it like where the more meal slips you have, the less cash you have to spend?
Yeah.
That's the same with ours too.
Okay, so yeah, so we had that.
Well, you okay? So she only has cash,
So it's
dollar
like
for dollar type thing, right?
yeah, it's meal plan. So it's like a $2,000 worth meal plan, and then you go to the dining hall, and it's like $15, blah 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 blah. Like it's actual money. So it's just like it's basically
But
like a
it's not
debit.
all you can eat. Like for us, like once you swipe in, it's all you can eat.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like you guys are talking about meal swipes and like it's deducting from your money. We have like flexi dollars and stuff, but that's just money you physically like put in to it. So it just makes sense to like put your own money in.
Yeah.
So like this is new to me.
No, yeah, the meal swipes is the minute you swipe in, you're like everything you can
Yo,
eat.
when you come to Gonzaga, when you both come to Gonzaga, we'll just swipe you guys.
We had and then we had like 6 guest passes. So then you just swipe them and then it's just whatever.
Yes, passes too.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, we had guest passes.
Oh, LMU.
So we had Habit and some other place, but they were on campus. But most of the time it was closed because of COVID earlier. And then we had Starbucks and then a coffee bean.
Nice. Coffee beans so underrated, I swear.
Yes.
I think their blended like smoothies are
Ice
better
blended?
than better
Yes.
than frappuccinos.
I think their chais can be better. Their chai
I'm not
teas.
really chai. I'm not a ch- I
I like
chai
it
from
at
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
You go coffee bean and it's watered down.
Okay, yeah. I could see that.
The Vietnamese coffee though. At coffee bean.
I like that one. I like it a lot. It's really, really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Very much.
Very much.
Okay, so what was like the education like at UCR? How many classes were you taking?
I always took 18 units, credits. I forgot what they're called.
Let's go.
I always like bite off more than I can chew
Me
type
too.
thing. Whereas like I should like I did it this like registering for next fall quarter. I was like, okay, because I'm taking like a really hard psych class. I was like, I'm gonna go easy on the other ones. And I'm only gonna take like 2 other ones, right? So I'll be doing 3, which is like least I've ever less. I've never taken 3 classes. I've always taken more.
There you go. You got there eventually.
Anyways, so, but then I was like, I signed up for like another class when I told myself I wasn't going to. But anyways, so I always took 4 or more. I also we have like the UC cross campus classes. So basically, they're like, not asymmetrical. What's that name? Asynchronous, right? Is that the one where like you don't have a teacher, you kind of do it on your own?
Oh yeah. Asynchronous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said asymmetrical.
There you go.
It's
It's
asymmetrical.
something.
Yeah. So they're like classes from other UCs that like you just do on your own. So I took an intro to public health class
That's nice.
through Irvine, and then I'm taking a coffee class through Davis.
Wait.
Hold up. A coffee class?
Mhm.
What is that? What does that entail? I want that at Gonzaga.
It
Gonzaga do
was
better.
it was like you know how coffee like comes from around the world. There's different places, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? So you basically learn about like its economy, like where it's grown and like everything about coffee. So
That's
it's handy.
really
So I said I'd take it.
I heard like UC Davis is really good about that stuff. Like they have because I think they specialize in agriculture
Mhm.
too.
Yeah,
So they just
yeah.
have like acres of land for their classes.
So
That's like where you
awesome.
go if you want to be a wine connoisseur and stuff. Like that's the
Oh
school
my
to go
god,
to.
that's awesome. Well, have fun at that. That's gonna be a fun class. I want to hear about that one.
I
That,
just-
that one I'm gonna call you like, hey, what you learned today?
She's like, I gotta make a chai latte assignment.
So now you said you were in Zoom a lot, right? The first 2
Mhm.
quarters, or right?
Yeah.
So now how was going from Zoom to in person? Did you guys still have to wear masks? How was like group projects, all that type of stuff?
It was all masks till I think the end of the year, like the last 2 months or so. But even then, I mean, you still want to put one on.
People
It-
are gross.
yeah. So I didn't have a lot of group projects, and I think it was just because we were online and stuff. The first 2 quarters, it was hard just because like you were kind of stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you like it was just really like boring, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second quarter, which one was on? Winter, spring, fall, winter. Yeah, winter.
Yeah.
So winter is when they started to do like hybrid type thing. But I only had 1 class that was in person, and it was at 8 in the morning. And that was I would like literally just get up, and it was cold. No, I had to. I would get up, I would just go to that class, and then I just come back and then do the rest on Zoom. Going to in person, it was fine. I got a scooter.
Nice.
So
Was it like a razor scooter?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
the pink scooter Kyle got me.
Oh my. Okay, so for those that don't know, Kyle is her boyfriend, and I would like to talk about that if we can. Is that okay with you? So you're the only one that we've had so far that has a boyfriend, and met them in high school, continued dating through college, and is still dating to this day.
How is that?
How did that go? Like, how did you guys stay in contact?
I'm very dramatic and I like to always think of worst case scenarios. So before I went to college, there was a lot of crying and I thought that it was gonna be like we were like gonna drift apart or whatever. We didn't, obviously.
glad.
Um,
Really?
I think it helped that we didn't go to the same high school.
Yeah.
So we kind of already know, like we've never been to the same school together, so we kind of already know how that goes,
Hmm.
and it wasn't too bad. Um, we what is it? We made sure that I mean, I would always get my stuff done, and then at night was when we would like talk to each other. So since we started dating, even like before we were dating, when we were talking, we used to watch a lot of movies like on Discord, and we would just stream it and just watch a bunch of movies. So we're like on 200 movies, like we've kept track.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So cute.
And then so during the week sometimes like once I like we'll do homework together, like we'll just be like on Discord and then just do our own thing. Or like we'll watch movies and we'll watch shows like later on at night. Um so that's how we kept talking. I'd see him on the weekends
That's awesome.
and it's cool.
That's really awesome. All right. Right?
Oh, but he's never come to my campus.
Oh, really?
It's because it's
Campus
always
is
hot in
better.
Riverside. Always hot in
He's
Riverside.
like, I can't do hot.
No, I'm just like I don't want to show you it's hot. Like, but
You're not getting it.
no, it's like yeah.
All right. So going back to social life, how did you balance school and hanging out with friends?
Especially on a quarter system because
Yeah.
it's like faster pace than a semester system.
I mean, we would always hang out like during the day together.
Hmm.
Um, so I was really close to like two girls, and it was just like the three of us. We would go everywhere, and that's kind of like we memorized our schedule. So like we would always eat together. We would always like we'd go to the library
Hmm.
and stuff. So we were like always together, and we like lived in the same hall, so that also helped. Um, I mean,
Would
it
you
was
say the LLC really helped you find a group, find friends type thing?
yeah, because it's like you're with people that like I don't want to make this sound bad, but like you're with I guess you can like I don't know how to say it, like relate to, I guess, because I mean, my other friends were Hispanic, and we had like all these jokes and stuff that we'd understand. But so that was cool. But I like to get everything done in the day,
Hmm.
just so at night like I can do whatever. So that
Hmm.
helped a lot.
That's awesome. So now you said that you joined, what was the club again that you were a part of?
The honors psych
Honors Psych
thing.
Society. So,
Damn.
right?
Yeah.
And then you're also in the LLC. Was there any events that you had for the LLC?
Um, yeah, we didn't go to it though because
There you go.
what was her name? The RA was not she was fired.
Ooh.
There's a lot of drama with that.
All right. So, what would your regular weekend look like?
Day in the life of Noel
Day in the,
on a
yeah.
Saturday.
Depended. My my mother for some reason couldn't understand that I was in college. So it
Hmm.
was the minute she needed help with something, I had to be there. Praying she doesn't listen to this. But so depended.
This is not your
If
daughter.
she was mad and she needed me to babysit or she needed me to do my older sister duties, I would be home. Um, which means, I mean, you like strict parents raise sneaky children. So sometimes the weekends would consist of me hanging out with Kyle. Um, I think it was like every weekend. We would always hang out, and it helped that he had a car. So yeah, there was that.
That's awesome. So now,
Chill.
I'd like to get out because there's not much to do in Riverside, and where we are at, it's not like the nicest place.
yeah, I've been
So,
to Riverside. My grandma lived there, and she lived in the nicer part. The nicer part's fun, but outside of that, it's you
because
can
we're
pretty much hang out.
like you know where the downtown is? We're like 15-minute driving from there, but it's like
Okay,
it's not super
not
safe.
safe. No.
No. So, and there wasn't much. I mean, it's Riverside. So I tried to get out.
Nice. So now, did you ever experience like, do you know what FOMO is?
Yes.
Awesome. So did you ever experience like that FOMO, I like belief, anything like that?
I I feel like I did only because when it came to like my parents and stuff, like the minute they needed me, I had to be there, and it
Mm-hmm.
didn't help that I was 40 minutes away. Um, and so it was like, well, what if I like leave? Am I gonna be missing something? But it's like I can't say no to my mom, you know.
Yeah.
Imagine saying no to your
Miss
She's
Camacho.
like, I need you here. I'm like, no. And
Listen.
there's like, and I don't know if it's just like culturally or whatever, but it's like I guess I'm not independent or like I'm not an adult until she basically says I am.
Or she stops paying for stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like right now I'm a child.
Mm-hmm.
And so which is why I need to like do everything she says. So it sucks sometimes, but I think that's just how it is with them. That was hard, but
I bet. Or they give you a hard time why you can't come home on the weekends.
yeah, and then my mom didn't like when I was doing homework at the house because she's like, you're not with your family. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm like,
I am in college, but I should get it done. Because you wanted me over here.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was like that.
In state, man.
Yeah, you can. I gotta
No, no, I'd have to fly home, and I'd probably do it on the plane. I didn't go home until winter break, and then I went back for spring break. And those 2 times I had all my homework done before. So I mean, I guess like now I'm gonna go home for like Thanksgiving, stuff like that. So I'd have it done before, I hope.
Did you ever get homesick at all?
Yeah.
Like, was it more towards the beginning and then it got
It
better?
it got better, and I also had a weird roommate, so
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like that was where like I miss my mom. I miss my dog. I miss all of that. Like it was a lot of that because my roommate was so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. Did you ever feel homesick either too? Not really.
Look at her face.
I think maybe like the first week just because it was like such a big transition, and I wasn't like we didn't do classes. It's technically called like week 0 for us. And so you're just getting all your stuff done. Um, after that, no, I hate being out. Yeah, so yeah, so no, I just like to leave.
You're just chilling. You're like, all right, I'm vibing out.
All right. So with all being said, how would you say your whole college experience went?
It was cool.
Mhm.
It was different than most college experiences. I mean, just because it was just a crazy start. I mean, you had
COVID,
Zoom
yeah.
and everything. So, but it was cool. It's kind of a blur now. But
That's awesome. So now,
So
what was your absolute favorite memory at UCR?
I guess I was hanging out with my friends.
Hanging out with friends, your
Yeah.
favorite memory. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
It's weird. Like, I think me and my friend, we were talking about it. We were like leaving that day. And it's so weird just by like living with people for 4 months or something, like how close you get with them.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But did you like get sad when all of your other friends were moving out? Where you're like, bye.
Well, I was the first one to go.
Oh,
I left a week before move out because my finals week was all online, and then I mean my parents work, so they weren't gonna like come down to Riverside, and there's like really bad traffic
yeah.
to like move me out because I didn't think that there was a problem. So Kyle came, and Kyle helped me move out like the week before.
That's
That was cool.
awesome.
So that way I can just do finals at home and just get over it.
That's awesome.
That's nice. So wait, was your move out week separate from finals week or was it the same?
Same.
Same.
That was us too, yeah.
Yeah, that was us too.
They should really space those two out,
Oh,
if
yeah.
I'm being honest. Like,
Cause I can't like for like you guys that are out of state. I had a couple out of state friends, and like my roommate, she was out of state, and she was just stressing out.
no, I was too. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like you have to plan for your parents to come in. My mom was able to like come in and get a rental car, so I was worried about her at all. But it was like, okay, I have this final, so we'll help move out. We'll move out this time. My mom's here, but I'm still in my dorm because I have to like study for this final. It was just a lot.
Like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So then what's like a last piece of advice you give to the audience that's attending college for the first time at UCR or just college in general?
I don't know. I don't want to sound cheesy,
It's
You
okay.
can.
like a cliche. I don't know. Just get out and do stuff.
Get out and do stuff.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's smart.
That is a lot of times people stay too close in the dorm, and I feel like
That's how long my roommate was.
you just don't enjoy college the same way. I mean, obviously you need your downtime, but you need to get out as well. It's like a 50-50. No,
You really have
70-30.
I feel like you really have to be extroverted at least the first year of college because like you need to meet people. You need to like could you or like how else are you gonna sit through and try and find people who you kind of mesh with?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or at least
exactly.
people you can like be like, hey, I
Mhm.
need help with this. Can you come help me?
No,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming, Noelle. Thank you for talking about your experience at UCR. It's been a pleasure. Yes. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Tea on College. We will see you next time.
Make sure to follow, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, leave a comment if you want to see a certain college. We might have Alabama State or Penn State next. Who knows?
All right.
Bye.
The comments said today here are the views and opinions of the speakers on the podcast and do not reflect the view of the colleges and institutions they are a part of.